Life presents us sometimes with these moments, these periods of time where it's all just a little bit, you know, a little bit much, difficult, dark. Things are happening, processes have been stirred within us. Things are coming up to the surface for us to look at, for us to deal with, for us to move through. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, sensations, perhaps unpleasant ones, most likely unpleasant ones, that are being brought up to the surface. Things we've unconsciously buried, repressed, avoided, disowned, discarded within ourselves. Life has decided it's time. It's time to shine the light of our consciousness on these things. It's time to grow and expand beyond these things. We're presented with the choice every time of bowing down to that, surrendering to that, letting that take over, letting that consume you. Or to just, no, I don't want it. I want my peace. I'm left alone, trying to enjoy my day. And this is ultimately what we all want at the end of the day, right? More than anything, it's just to feel okay within ourselves, just to be at peace, to be content, to be happy. And these processes seem to take us away from that, seem to deny us that. Oftentimes, you get into the real thick of these processes, peace and joy and happiness can seem like a long way away. But ultimately, the only way out is always through. The path of distraction is the other choice. Try and bury our head in the sand with these different distractions. But ultimately there's no peace in that. There's a big difference between genuine peace and ease, pleasantness within ourselves, and the sort of momentary comfort that comes from distraction. Ultimately, we all know that just leads to bigger problems down the road. Once these processes have been stirred within us, once these things have started to be brought to the surface, they have to be dealt with, they have to be confronted. They're not going anywhere until we do so. And so the search for distraction, the search for avoidance is going to be relentless if we want to keep denying that within ourselves. And yeah, the sort of habits, addictions, ways of escaping that we're likely going to end up leaning to deal with that. It's going to prove costly, and it's going to deny us of any chance of real peace, of real pleasure and joy within ourselves again. Ultimately, we learn to trust. The more you kind of go through these processes within yourself, the more you start to recognize the opportunity that lies within them, the more you can learn to trust and have faith in the process. Not need to try and control that process, not need to try and make it fit what works for you and how it fits into your days, what you want, you see for your life today and what I'm doing this week. It's like, of course there's balance to be maintained in the thick of these heavier, darker processes, but ultimately surrender is key. The most fruitful outcome is through the path of surrender. And it's everything we gain, everything we cultivate during these processes that then fill us with so much more when we come out the other side. When we do return to our peace and our joy, our peace and joy then is so elevated. We have such a deeper, richer experience of those things within ourselves. A much more full experience of love, essentially, because this is what these processes are always guiding us towards, is a deeper and deeper experience of love within ourselves, an unfolding of our capacity for that. It's a removing of the layers that stand in our way of that. And so the choice is basically this: how much do you want to be loved? How much love do you want to hold? How much can you hold? With each process, can start to demand more of you, can start to become more difficult as your capacity to hold more increases. You will be presented with more. Especially as you sort of delve deeper and deeper into everything you've repressed. It's a whole, you know, it's wild. It's wild down there. But there's also beauty in there. Can we bring in reverence for that process? Can we understand the role of that process in our lives, in the journey of our being, our soul? We're not here to just be at ease, feel pleasant, feel peaceful, just be like la la la, jolly, going about our day all the time. Sometimes we must venture into the underworld. We all are aware to some extent of the fruits that lie there. How much of that fruit do we want? How much are we willing to taste? How much are we willing to excavate from the depths of our pain, that we can then be filled with the farthest heights of joy, ecstasy, bliss, rapture? How much love do you want to hold?